And I'm live! Hello and welcome everybody back to some more Let's Stream Evil Genius with your host as always, Mah-Dry-Bread. So off screen, just like I said I would last time, I fixed up the save. Basically, I checked the autosaves. There was an autosave that it made right before we left. I managed to salvage the base. Although it was incredibly difficult, I managed to salvage the base. Let's actually exit the screen. And we have just landed on Island 2. Have done nothing on it so far, but we have $300,000. So that's a decent amount of money to get started up on. So let's get things going as fast as we can. I believe we started off right here last time. Let's get that going. And set things up pretty much the same way we did before, so we'll do a lobby first. Give it a little bit of room to have a door, of course. How did you do that? It was a hideous mess. A lot of luck, honestly. It wasn't easy. Okay, get that going. Gotta do this fast because it starts spawning enemies pretty quickly. Got that. I want a small power plant up here to put a nuclear power station in.
Object has been ordered.
We have a lot more minions this time, actually, because we didn't have a slaughter right before they showed up. We only have one diplomat, though, which makes me nervous. Good, all the people are showing up. Hopefully they'll get on to doing their job quickly. We also want to attach the lounge. And I'll put a casino up here. These are just to waste the time of the tourists. I need to access that later, so that would be right there. Okay. I'll do that. And that'll go into a corridor. And that corridor will split off into other parts of the base. Okay. Planning things out. Where are my glasses? So today, what is this game? I've never seen anything like it before. This is Evil Genius. Oh, what is this game like? Oh, this is a... how would I describe this? Simulation strategy game combination kind of thing. 60s spy thriller. And we need to set up a control room early on. This time we've got some money to get things set up with, so that's good. We need the big screen immediately. It's really expensive, but you need it. And I'll just have 2 control stations and a memory bank for now, because those things are all very expensive. Has our evil genius not arrived yet? I think he might arrive last. Okay, we need an infirmary early on. I know that much. Don't like how these vital rooms are so immediate. What'd we get? Is it optional to kill her? Because I want to kill her, but we need an infirmary for that. We also will need a barracks. You know what? Yeah, leave that for now. So I will take... it's not the greatest spot for an armory, honestly, but this will be for the security desk mostly, because we do need a security desk very early. We also need our barracks. And I can actually afford to put a lot of good vital stuff back in here, because I'm going to have to make it so you have to go through things like the barracks to get to it. Once you go through there, we can have a small staff room. You're a legitimate businessman. You don't need security, of course. And are they getting to work on that yet? Good, they're just building the entrance so they can get to work. Just making sure. I also want a training room early on. That would be pretty important. It's connected there. I actually need that to have a better entrance. Yeah, that's a better entrance. Because then I can put a door there. We can also get an infirmary right here. I like how we have a lot more room to work with here. And I think I'm actually going to put the archive right next to the laboratory, so it's less walking around. And I'd actually like a mess hall that I think I would put right along there. And this one was the infirmary. That will go straight into an armory. Actually, you know what? Not an armory. Remove that. That'll go straight into another barracks, because we need multiple of those. And then that'll go into a quarter that starts to go into the higher profile areas. They're working on that. Okay, we have our evil genius now. Get him to start traveling, and let's do a quick scout around the island for red dots. No agents of justice have landed yet. Good. I'm doing good. WWE 3241. I'm currently drinking my tea. I'm eating a container of Haagen-Dazs, and I'm drinking some Corona beer. So, beer and strategy games is a good combination. I think this will go swimmingly. Okay, after that we can loop around up here, so that's one way around the middle. This is where we're gonna have our doomsday device. We can't really continue with the main story or the main quests until we have a laboratory, but the laboratory and everything in it are incredibly expensive, so we might want to hold off a little bit on that. So we just have a small armory being set up there. We need a much bigger one for the holding cells and stuff that I think I'll put down here. That'll be a main armory. I don't want to waste a whole lot of space, so we can actually get a strong room right here. I don't want it to be too far from the entrance. Wow, that's expensive. How can I make the most out of this? Let's say I were to do that. How many briefcase racks? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't need that. Okay, I can save about 1,000 by doing that. So that'll be where I put my strong room. Ugh, all this stuff just piled up like this. That guy's trapped. God. Come on, build faster, build faster. Really hate that they have to deliver things from so far away.
I think here.
Okay. So that's the lounge, casino. I'm not gonna worry about putting things in here yet. Can I even get doors on right here? No, I'm gonna have to rework that a little bit. if I just... There. Then I could get a door on that. Good. It's important that I have a door there.
He who walk.
Let's get both of those going, so that we're not wasting much time, because we have a lot of minions to be working with. I do want to get our barracks up fast. And our staff room. And our egg chairs. Let's actually,
Object purchase order confirmed.
queue up just a very few things just so they have something to use. I think, it's an awkward size of a room, honestly. So I think what I'm gonna do... This is the close by one, so I'm gonna use this room mostly for... actually increasing their what's it called? Their endurance, whereas the bigger one right here will be more... Actually, well, this one's right next to... Okay, this one will be for storage. This one will be for storage lockers mostly, then. Okay. Just planning things out. Man, that travel time to the storeroom is long. Alright, we can have a fire extinguisher in here. Let's actually get that a little bit later. We also immediately want the camouflaged entrance to the base. Especially considering we only have one entrance right now. Okay, that's set up, which means queue up those two.
Room construction on hold.
Don't put that on hold.
Room construction unpaused.
Actually, you know what? Priorities. You could pause that one, get the generator first. We're off to a pretty fast start. I'm liking this. So that's the armory. I want the laboratory back in here somewhere. But if that's a training room, that could actually stand to be bigger. And on the other end of the training room, we'll have an inner sanctum over here. This is a much smaller one than before. Just gotta make sure it can fit everything. I think I like that right there.
Order confirmed.
And then our desk would be...
Object has been ordered.
Hate how they use this moving system when you're building things. The impressive desk could then go here.
Object purchase order confirmed.
Okay. Yeah, the camouflage entrance does look awesome. I agree. Okay, good. Everyone's piling in here. Do we still have people up there? Wish we had more people up there. Really need to start moving this stuff.
Object will be moved shortly.
Don't want it all laying out in the open.
Object move order confirmed.
Not that I love it sitting in the lobby like this, but it's gotta be away from people.
Object will be moved
Who
shortly.
are you? Keep him away from the loot.
Intruder tagged for psychological weakening. Object move order confirmed.
Don't want to have to re-steal this stuff. Generates a lot of heat. And we're out of power.
Power drained. All power consuming objects offline.
What did they just get?
Object move order confirmed.
Just another room was enough to... Okay.
Object will be moved shortly.
Oh, I wish there was a faster way to do this.
Object move order confirmed.
These things all generate heat too.
Not all objects
So I gotta make sure that no one sees it.
Object will be moved shortly.
This is very temporary.
Object move order confirmed. Object will be moved
Okay, is that all of them? Oh, no. $1 million bill?
Object move order confirmed.
Okay, good. We're moving all the stuff out. Don't think we lost anything. This is good. We don't need to hang around over there as much now. Let me do another little quick sweep for people who shouldn't be in my base. Like you? Okay, so agents do show up now, but I believe we have one heat or we have no heat in any place, so we're good overall. I keep forgetting to queue up more places. Okay, we've almost got the generator, which means we can get people started on that.
Paused.
It would be interesting if this game had multiplayer. Too bad the game had such a small budget. I'm pretty sure the company that made it doesn't even exist anymore. I think they got, they went bankrupt and all the guys just split up. Oh god, this is nerve-wracking. This game is crazy fun. It's my favorite game of all time. That was a controller falling, but don't worry, it's okay. Yep, it's okay. Again, slightly tipsy. Who is working on that? Really, really wish we had more suitcase racks to get things done faster. Oh, hold on a minute. I believe I have a shipment. Hey guys, just letting you know that I'm probably going to be another few minutes, just taking care of a few money-related things. I'm back. Sorry that took so long. I'm gonna tell you a little story about the bullshit Canadian postal system. So, that was my processor, you know, the new processor I need for my job. And as you know, all too well, audience, I don't have a whole lot of money. So that was a huge purchase that took up all of my monthly income to get the new processor, right? So, one little problem, they randomly chose me to pay customs. So, yeah, I got charged an extra $50 that I wasn't warned about. So I went down to get the package. The processor, she was holding in her hands and said, there's a $50 customs charge on this, and I said, I paid all the money online, and she said, you might have to, like, I'm gonna take this down to the post office and card you so you're able to pick it up whenever you've got the money. Just make sure to give a call to these people if you have any questions. I was like, okay, thank you. So I give them a call, and I said, I explained the situation, and they said, oh, you've been randomly chosen to pay customs. And I said, randomly chosen? She's like, yes. The charge looks like it's $55 Canadian. You have 2 weeks to pick it up here and just bring the money and we can charge it to your debit or take cash or whatever you want. And I said, I've been randomly chosen to pay an extra $50 on top of my purchase. And she said, yes, this is, random, 10% of shipments that come through above a certain threshold of money spent on it, get a random charge. You can go through the appeals system if you'd like to not pay it, if you think you can't afford it. And I said, well, I can't afford it. However, I'm guessing the appeals process takes some time, doesn't it? And she said, yes, it can take quite a while. And I said, I spent every last penny I had on that processor, and I need it for my job. And it'll be more than 2 weeks before I get paid. And she said, the appeals process is your best chance then, because it stays on hold while you're in the appeals process. And I said, what if the appeal doesn't work? And she said, it should work if they just look at your income. They should be able to look at your income and say, you clearly can't afford the extra $50 and just give the item. And I said, I need the processor immediately for my job. I can't wait. So I'm just gonna have to scrounge up $50. Luckily, I already called my fiance and she said that she's got me covered. We can handle this tomorrow, we can go pick it up. But what the fuck, Canadian Customs? Yeah, I see the chat. Doug said, randomly? Question mark, exclamation point. Yes, I was randomly chosen to pay extra money that I can't afford. What bullshit is this? Normally, I like Canada. Canada's a great place, but our Canada Post is a fucking laughingstock, and this is just bullshit. I make less than half of minimum wage, and they randomly chose me to pay an extra $50 on my $350 purchase. Processors, good professional processors, are fucking expensive. Yeah, the chat is exploding with caps lock. Wow. It's like a reverse lottery. That's exactly what it is. You get to pay extra, aren't you excited? Fuck. I'm really sorry for the delay, guys. I feel like I was on the phone with her for a while. I even apologized to her on the behalf of everyone else she must deal with, because I never got frustrated with her, and I just said, I said, like, thank you for your time. I know this has been a frustrating day for both of us, and she laughed, and I said, I'm sure you go with the worst shit in the world. That's why I'm not getting mad. This clearly isn't your fault. This is Canada Post. I'm sure you deal with all kinds of bullshit. And all she said was, yeah. I could tell from the tone of voice she sympathized in how fucking bullshit that was. Because I even said to her, like, I spent every last penny on this. This is for my job. And then I also asked her, is there any way I can avoid this in the future? And she said, buy from Canada. And I said, if I bought this processor from Canada, it would be $100 more expensive. Because computer parts manufactured in Canada are expensive. The US has way cheaper prices. Fuck. Ooh. Gonna have an aneurysm. Cannot deal. Okay, stop buying that. Just get these in so I can start stealing more money. Oh man. The pressure I feel in the back of my neck right now. Haagen-Dazs, drown out my pain. So I've got 2 weeks to take care of this. As soon as I texted my fiance, saying the information, like what I know, she instantly just said, "Don't worry, we'll take care of it. I've got the money." Which is funny because I just gave her like $90 the other week because I had a bunch of paper money built up over time, and I don't need paper money for anything. I buy everything online at this point. Like, paper money, I either just give it to my mom when she wants to go get us groceries, or I give it to Fatima to do whatever she wants, because she lives a stressful enough life between work and college. So I gave all that to her. There goes 50 of it. That's good. Oh my god. Oh, my head hurts. Chuck says, yeah, glad you have beer and ice cream. Beer drown out my sorrows. Corona Extra. From Mexico. Oh, but I can get... don't worry! Canada Customs, I can get the 20 cents back to pay for the customs if I drive to Quebec to turn in this bottle at the end. Fuck me, Canada Post is garbage. I heard Canada Post is getting shut down soon. It's terrible. I knew it was a bad sign when eBay told me it was getting shipped by UPS. UPS is like... This isn't UPS's fault, however, they're cursed. And I think the curse of UPS has hit me. And hard. I'm missing teeth from the curse of UPS. It just decked me in the mouth. Fuck. Okay, let's send some people out to steal. There. All those mercs will start getting us our income. We've got things up and running, kind of. What's the first thing Mah-Dry worries about in the game? Money. Yeah, you heard that too? Like, Canada Post is getting shut down? Fucking high five, man. I've been bitching about Canada Post since I was fucking 8 years old. I remember growing up in Dunville. All of the adults would always constantly bitch about how Canada Post is incompetent. Oh my god. What will happen if Canada Post gets shut down? I would assume it would go to... I would assume they would start up something else, like... Either it would go to the private business sector and businesses could own their own post offices, which I doubt because that kind of needs government control, and understandably so. But I would assume they're going to start up something new, or perhaps even have a whole new system, a more online-based postal system, just because the postal system is so barren nowadays, with the internet's getting so much bigger. But still, actual shipments of things is still huge. In fact, bigger than it has been for a while with the oil and everything. So, fucked if I know. Fucked if I know. Let's get some doors going, they're cheap. And we got the power for it now. Got the touch, do. We got the power. Buy another nuclear power station while you're at it. Canada Post 2. It's better. That's a good slogan. I hope that happens. I don't care what the fuck their slogan is. I just hope next Canada Post isn't terrible. Make it adequate and I'll be happy. Fuck. My phone just started vibrating. It's got the PayPal icon on it. Fucking, I'll check that later. It's probably UPS being like, you didn't pay our extortion cost. It's funny, I actually said that to the lady on the phone. I said, now, I don't know much about the reason why they have this law in place. I'm sure there's a reason, but you have to admit, it kind of sounds like an extortion cost. And she just laughed. She didn't I don't think she's legally allowed to agree with me on that. But it totally sounds like an extortion cost to me. God. Oh, look, a text message. This is probably important. That was Fatima asking about exactly what happened. She said, like, what's their reason? What happened to my phone? Because they said we have to pick it up. Just sending a text here. Sorry if I go quiet. Yep. Pigeons. The whole system would be replaced by highly trained carrier pigeons. I like that theory, Connery. It would be more effective than what we have now. Jesus. Oh, Canada Post. You're so infuriating. Beer. Thank you for taking away the sting. I would be holding my new processor right now if it wasn't for that random fee, by the way. You know what I would do? As soon as this stream finished, I would shut down the computer, put in the new processor, make sure it works okay, and then I would bring the stream right back up with another game. Because, you know, this game the new, what's it called? Open broadcast software. For some reason, it doesn't like when I stream a lot of games. However, XSplit is fine with it, but XSplit will make it so, like, half the people have weird buffering issues. So if I just get the new processor, which is over 3 times better than my current processor, that wouldn't be a problem. I just bring the stream back up with fucking 60 frames per second, HD... flashing lights. I don't know. Whatever's the hardest on the computer, just because I can fucking do it. God damn it. What about the Amazon drones? I bought it on eBay, not Amazon, because I get paid, see Charlie, I get paid on PayPal. That's where all my income comes from. It gets paid, it gets sent directly to my PayPal, because that's the only money option that the current network I'm with has. The one I'm going into also has checks, but I'd prefer PayPal, honestly.
Road construction unpaused.
Mah-Dry, can we give you some ideas to play? Oh, did I read that wrong? Mah-Dry, can we give you some ideas to play? Nope. Nope, I didn't read that wrong. Oh, of what to play is what you mean. Okay. You know Minecraft. Well, I do want to stream more Minecraft, but once my Patreon, by the way, guys, if you don't know about my Patreon, that's a good way to support me. Check out my Patreon. Once my Patreon gets to, $150 a month on the Patreon reoccurring, then I'm gonna purchase a really good Minecraft server for all of us to play on. I'm talking like the best one I can possibly find. I'm not gonna cheap out at all on it. And my people need to go into hiding. And I don't have full coverage on the cameras, so this is really unsafe, but it's the only way for me to get money, to get more coverage on the cameras. And you can actually relocate.
Weekend tag issued.
So I actually do plan to buy a big, really good Minecraft server at some point for us to all play on. It'll be free for everyone to come in. It'll have a whitelist mode that I will toggle off and on if it ever gets super, super crowded. But for the most part, I'm going to leave it turned off so all of you can come and play. If you want to be whitelisted, though, so that when it's in whitelist mode, like, say I'm streaming or something, and because of the taxation on the internet, I need less people on the server, if something like that happens and I put it to whitelist mode, then to be on the whitelist, just donate $5 on Patreon, the reoccurring monthly $5. And that is the reward tier that will get you that. That also gets you a custom color and title on my forum. And it gets you in the credit sequence of every video I do that has a credit sequence, as well as in the forum's Hall of Fame. So there you go. If you want that, that's how you do it. And if you want me to have a big old Minecraft server, then probably not going to be too long before the Patreon's at that point. Hello, Jedap? I would assume that's how I pronounce that. Or Jeddap. I don't know, correct me if I'm doing it wrong. My head is starting to clear up a little bit after the rage from Canada Post. But seriously, fuck Canada Post. If you still do this when I'm 18, I'll support you via Patreon. I'll still be doing this when you're 18. Believe me, I'll still be doing this when I'm in my 60s, probably. Because this is A, my dream job, and B, the only job I can get in Canada. What with the whole, being disabled thing. But at least I didn't have to pay for the beer. See, I feel terrible! Because on top of the whole, like, being randomly picked to pay duty thing, well, like, I give all this money to my fiance and say, like, hey, I got this money, do something special for yourself with it. And I give it to her, and she's got the money, and she's all happy and everything, and she's like, that's really sweet. You didn't have to, but that's really sweet. And I'm all happy because it's like, yeah, I did something good for her. She's happy. And then here we are a few days later. She buys some beer and stuff and some Haagen-Dazs and gives it to me with the money as a thank you. And I'm like, thank you. It was originally my money, but the thought is incredibly sweet. Thank you. And now she's got to pay 50 of it for this fucking thing. God damn it. I tried to do something nice and Canada Post fucks me out of my gift. God damn it. I want this to be I want this to be like a fuck Kojiko thing of all of my viewers know. Avoid Kojiko and fuck Canada Post. What doesn't even matter at this point because Canada Post is getting shut down soon. So it's like you can't even like it's not like in 3 years I'm not going to use Canada Post, or I'm not going to support Canada Post because I remember what Mah-Dry-Bread had to go through. No, that won't even happen because Canada Post won't exist. Yay. What's he running away for? Ah, he's got heat! Someone get him! They both got heat. Kill them both. They have a lot of heat. I don't know what the fuck they took a picture of. Right, none of them over here? One guy needs superpower. Yeah, they're gonna escape with that heat. Fuck. They probably just photographed everything in here. Oh, we don't have a freezer yet. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's bad. Let's get a freezer.
Room construction underway.
Freezer rack.
Object purchase order confirmed.
There. We really need that. In fact... Oh, no, you know what? It's fine being there, because then these things are around to help nullify it. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. The webcam's not on, or I would say if you see blood just start pouring out of my nose, then, you know, call hospital. Burglary, where? Nope. Close it down. Kill him. Good, a martial artist's on him. You keep hiding. I don't know if you need to keep hiding. You know, fucking just steal. We need the money. There. That guy dead? I heard him fall. He's dead. Okay, we can start moving these things now.
Object will be moved shortly.
Let's move them into places that aren't so easy to photograph. And we'll start leapfrogging them deeper and deeper into the base.
Object will be moved shortly.
Although it's a very lengthy and boring process to do this.
Move order confirmed.
Hey chat, how long have I been streaming for? Could someone check?
This object has limited access.
Don't care if it has limited access. Fuck yourself. I'm very jaded now.
Object move order confirmed. Caution.
I'm very jaded now. I wonder how long I was on break for trying to sort that thing out. Oh, Canada Post isn't shutting down, they're just stopping door-to-door deliveries? Fucking hell! That is like most of the reason why I use them, is door-to-door deliveries. Not that I have a fucking alternative. God damn it! I've been going for just under an hour. God, I wonder how much of that was wasted. God, would someone take care of this guy?
Intruder tagged for termination.
Ugh, you've got to move.
I think here.
What happened to Canada Post? I don't know. Fuck Canada Post. Just fuck Canada Post. Ah. If you're coming in late and wondering why I'm angry at Canada Post this time, they decided my processor came in today, but then it immediately got shipped to a, they were holding it in front of me, and then they brought it back to a post office, and I have 2 weeks to pay them $55 of extortion money. Because they randomly selected me. They randomly selected me to pay duty. It's like a reverse lottery, as Charlie put it. You know, $50 that I don't fucking have. God damn it. You know, as if the processor of $350 wasn't enough money. That was my monthly income. Now you'll have to go to the post office to pick your shit up, otherwise you'll go to a mail station that will normally be located somewhere on your street. You'll get a key and be able to access your mail. We don't have those here. I know the ones you're talking about, Brandon, because I used to have one back in Burlington. We don't have them where I live. Back when I lived in Burlington, we had them. Here in Hamilton, we don't. Fuck, at least not in my district. Just fucking me out of more money. Thanks, Canada Post. I like that. Hey, chat finally decided to work. What's going on? We're raging at Canada Post. They're installing them all over the place. They fucking better. You know what? That's preferable if it means that, Retreat!
Kill tag issued.
There, shut that down. Don't let them escape. It's preferable as long as you but as long as you don't have one, you'll have door to door. Okay, that is preferable. In the non door to door is preferable in that I won't need to, you know, go down there and answer it, or else they're gonna take it all the way back to the post office. It is not preferable in that, no. It is not preferable even remotely, in that I would have to go out there and check every day, not knowing when my fucking shipment would come in. No, it's okay. Canada Post isn't attacking me in-game, because only agents of justice attack you in-game, and they are clearly villains. Canada Post are not agents of justice. I'm drowning my sorrows in beer and Haagen-Dazs. This whole stream session is just gonna be called Fuck Canada Post. I'll put that in parentheses after the name. EA is also horrible. Silver the Hedgehog too. Although, Canada Post. Oh, hold on, I'm just... You're still gonna be able to hear me. I just got texted by Fatima asking when they're open till. So I'm just going across the room to get the card. Don't know if you can still hear me because my microphone's really high quality and auto-adjusts things out. That thing's background noise. 9 a.m. until, was it 9 until 18? There we go. On a Friday. Oh, god damn it. You're a henchman! You waste of space. Okay, well first I need to make room. Also, I'd really like it if we got a door to this room. We also need to start getting cameras at some point. Camouflage outside camera. Wouldn't hurt to also get a camouflage outside sentry gun in case of super agents.